not taking photos of the figures. Yeah, they're painted prototypes, so we don't want false representation, right? So we'll see how they look like out of the factories. But let me know when you're good to go. Okay, awesome. Well, this is our Mortal Kombat collection that we've got going on here. We're focusing on the Mortal Kombat Classic line, so that's what we're calling it. We're focusing on Mortal Kombat 1, 2, and 3 right now. So we had Mortal Kombat 11, but now we're doing the classics. The games that everyone loves and grew up with, right? So we have single packs, 2 packs, gold labels, as well as platinums coming. Here we have Scorpion and Sub-Zero, Raiden, Liu Kang, and Melina. Now we're gonna, they're all gonna come with some hand and head swaps, so you're gonna get different hand expressions. These, of course, are not MK1 or 2 heads, as you guys can probably tell, but they will come with their ninja masks. Scorpion's cool. He actually comes with a skull head as well, and he has an accessory where he's holding his ninja mask, so it's that post-toasty fatality. He's obviously going to come with his spear. Sub-Zero is going to come with an ice ball, more hand swap, and Liu Kang is going to come with fireball effect, hand swaps. Raiden, of course, lightning effects, hand swaps. Melina is going to have her classic ninja mask, of course, and she has more hand swaps as well as another set of Sai, the blue Sai, so when she throws her Sais. So we have that effect going on. We're also going to be doing Player 2 variants. So we're going to have a Liu Kang in his blue attire for the Player 2, as well as Raiden, he has his Player 2 red attire. So we're going to be coming out with that. So
that's like their equivalent of the Platinum editions.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know if you said it. Does she have switchable faceplates?
It won't be a faceplate. It'll actually be a full head. It's full heads. Yeah. So that Raiden right there, he's actually going to be. I'm gonna come at you as a fan. He's gonna be the chase variant, the platinum. So the initial release will be, as far as we know right now, is gonna be the red variant. Okay, and the 2 packs are gonna be Melina and Sub-Zero. And with that, you're going to get more accessories in there. We have so much down the pipeline for Mortal Kombat. We'll see how people like these things. If they do well, we're going to continue with the line.
The hallmark of the series is like the fatalities and the friendships. How would you guys see yourselves incorporating that?
We've already talked about having fatality packs. We've talked about having build arenas. So there's lots down the pipeline, but it all depends how the initial launch does for the classic line. The box art is actually really cool. Big fan of it as well, especially when they're standing right next to each other. It kind of builds a little scene here. Yeah, like I said, we're trying to think outside the box.
Like kind of like the arcade. Now I see the joysticks at the bottom.
Yeah, there you go. Yep. So we want to get that retro feel for you guys. So hopefully you're impressed and you like what you see here.
That's excellent.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. So there's Mortal Kombat. I hope you guys are excited. The material is also pretty flexible, so you won't have to worry about their legs and whatnot getting in the way of that hard plastic. It is soft plastic. Same with Raiden as well.
Sorry. Is that just a stain, or is that like blood splatter?
That's just like a rub.
Okay.
Because these are hand painted prototypes.
Gotcha.
That's why they're not in the most dynamic poses, because
No, so I was like, oh shit, they got plain splatter.
Yeah, there's a high probability we'll do bloody effects. Yeah. You gotta make the most of those molds. You know what I mean?
Yes.
And Mortal Kombat, it fits the blood effects, right? Yeah. So there's our Mortal Kombat. The Liu Kang is pretty awesome, but yeah. So this Liu Kang is actually I don't know if you recognize that mold from the MK11, but that is the MK11 Liu Kang, or at least the legs are, and the part of the torso. Arms are new, belt is new, and of course his head and gauntlets, bracers are new. But we'll still try to reuse some old body parts, right?
Nice.
Yeah, we have Katana down the pipeline as well. I think she's actually already revealed. She's on the press release, I believe. So Katana will be coming. So we do have all our favorite female ninjas coming out. Hopefully we see Jade and won't see Scarlet. Maybe. She's a glitch, right? She is a glitch. So we are actually playing around with that kind of stuff. Mortal Kombat is my favorite video game, man. So yeah, we're planning on having smoke. We'll see the pit. Honestly, like we're very excited for Mortal Kombat. My coworker John and I are really pushing for this, so we're always talking about it.
It's funny,
Ideas.
I've been seeing a lot of stuff like even through Mattel and things like that. They have like a ring and
Mhm.
there's a ring bell, but when you press a ring bell, it has like 40 different sounds.
Yeah.
And it's like Michael Cole. He actually like, does the voice of 1, 2, and then you can do 3. But if you really hit 3, the ring has sort of a reverse trap door that like pops so that your figure that's
cool.
getting pinned can kick out,
Oh,
and it'll say like
wicked.
dialogue.
What?
So it's just cool because you mentioned the pin. I'm like, that'd be so funny if you just had like a sound device to be like, oh,
And then just skeleton just pops up and movie
I
side.
could even see these kind of.
Well, you know what? Speaking of old page punchers, let's talk about turtles because they are part of our page puncher line here. There you go. Transition. So, like I said, they are going to be part of our page punchers. So when you buy a figure, you're going to get a comic book based on the figure. So a Leo figure will come with the Leo comic. All right, and this is going to be a 1/12 scale line. So the turtles are standing at around 5 inches. Shredder and the Foot Soldier here in the corner. I know the lights are they're dimming now, so it's hard to see, but they're going to stand around 6 inches, and Bebop Rocksteady around roughly 7 inches tall. They're going to have hand and foot swaps. Here, you stand here. You stand in the center, so I can stand here.
No, it's okay. I see everything very clearly.
Okay.
I want them to see it too.
All right,
This is
so
awesome.
yeah, they're going to come with foot swaps. So you're going to see a little toe bend, as you probably noticed in the render that we've released. So you get that dynamic pose. Again, hand swaps, and they're going to come with a personal accessory that kind of caters to the character. So of course, you'll wrap with a dumbbell. Donnie with binoculars, and Mike with pizza, for example. Bebop and Rocksteady also have hand swaps as well as head swaps, and the Bebop is really cool. Looks like he just got punched in the face, so his glasses are crooked on that head swap. Shredder does have like an Oroku Saki naked head swap, and the Foot Soldier is basically that head without the plated crown.
Is Shredder's cape going to be wired?
As far as we know, no. I believe.
I
believe
fantastic
it's
as is.
okay.
But,
A wired cape would actually be really awesome.
I know
Not
you
sure
guys
if we
just,
can
like,
fit it in with the page
yeah,
puncher
your
line.
older stuff like got like worked in like later.
Yeah.
Like Superman's capes and things like that. I wasn't sure. If
Right.
you
Well,
were
you know what?
incorporating it.
This is coming out in the fall, so there is still time to edit some
This
things here.
actually, that's fantastic. It's cut and it hangs very naturally.
Yes,
which
yeah.
is sometimes hard to get when it just looks
With the
very
wire?
like, staticky.
Yeah.
And sometimes you need a wire to achieve that. This looks great.
Yeah. Yeah, and he's actually going to be coming with 4 sets of hands, with the claws, of course, and 2 katanas. And the Foot Soldier will come with 3 weapons. One of them is a tonfa, a naginata spear that's up there, and a katana blade.
Gotcha.
Right?
Very cool.
So here's the turtles. These are painted prototypes, so hopefully they come out looking just as good and out of the factory. So
Are there plans of going beyond the page punchers?
it all really depends how well they do, like Mortal Kombat. These are 2 very close and very similar IPs. We just need to see how people react, and if they're eaten up, then we're gonna keep delivering.
It's
So
a great nuclear offering.
yes, yeah, a good
even if it's
first
a one and
initial
done,
waves.
It's hard when you feel like something's incomplete. You just
Yeah.
want to like, why have them?
Yeah, exactly.
This is
yeah.
a great one and done.
Yeah.
type of collection.
Hopefully we have Janica down the pipeline, and Old Hob. We need a Splinter. We need those guys. So, how about we check out this section over here? I want to talk to you guys about our Elite Edition. So we're actually going to be kicking off with the Elite Edition. So this will be more of your collector box, higher price point, around $60. But with that, you're going to get a lot more accessories, hand swaps, and the detail on this Doom guy here is through the roof. You have lots of layers of paint, real chain, lots of sculpted details in here. And that also goes with Lilith from Diablo 4. We see a lot of comments saying that people want articulated Diablo figures because our current offerings are statues, like posed figures, right? So we're going to kick things off with the big bad of Diablo 4, if you guys are video game fans, and hopefully people eat her up too, because hopefully we can release more characters. It'll be awesome. Again, lot more paint swaps and paint applications, details, fabric, soft goods, you name it. So. Yeah.
Ooh, that sculpt looks crazy.
Yeah, right. So she is fully articulated this one, but we'll see how she turns out. Yeah, I love the wings. The wings are super detailed,
I
man.
know it was a figure that shit. I would have thought it was a
statue. Yeah. She's this is a prototype,
wings
so it's
itself,
a little
like-
bit hard to move her.
No,
but
no, like the wings itself, like the way they're sculpted and the detail on them with the black wash.
yeah.
Strips coming down the sleeve fabric.
Yep. Yep. It's all fabric.
Even the layers on the dress.
Yes. Yep. You could even feel it.
Yeah, I was about to say the cutouts on this is like.
It looks plastic, eh?
Yeah.
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 It's fantastic. Yeah.
It doesn't feel too cheap or too thick. You know, it has that perfect
It's actually
hang.
just right. And
Yeah.
honestly, a lot of other companies could take a cue.
Dude, we
that's-
appreciate that.
that's
Thank you for the
Yeah,
compliment.
I'm looking at that furry cape.
Oh yeah, heck, we're going back to that old school early 2000s Mcfarlane toys look with all the details and all the sculpture work
And when
here.
he gets home, it's also a rug.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah,
I'm a
so
big fan of mixed media.
yeah,
People that think
Oh,
like
that's
it's high
awesome.
maintenance, and I'm seeing what you guys are doing. It's like someone will probably try to cut that out themselves. I've seen so many times where it just goes sideways.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, the weapon details are insane too, man. So I'm really excited for this line. You'll find those in the collector spot, I believe, at Targets is what it's called. So expect to see them there. And we're also doing a Fallout 76 launch with the Elite Edition as well. So keep a lookout for that later this year. So let's start with the Warhammer. This is our Warhammer 40K offerings here. We have Space Marines, including Lieutenant Titus, based off the Space Marine 2 video game. Are you guys Warhammer fans?
My boss is.
Okay,
So
awesome.
He'll be hanging on to every word.
Okay, awesome. Good to hear. Yeah, I'm a big Warhammer fan. I love doing the hobby and the miniature game right now. Yeah, and what's really special about the Warhammer line that we have is we have the artist-proof variant, like this gray matte one here, so you can customize and paint your own Space
Have you
Marines.
painted your own?
How about? Oh yeah, it's my favorite part is being able to customize because I paint my miniatures and then this giant scale. You need an airbrush for this kind of stuff. You really want to look hardcore, but I do love the fact that we have the artist-proof variant, and some of the artist-proof variants actually have different details. So, for example, this Kazarkin foot troop here, this one has the helmet, and the one in the artist-proof, helmet-less. So super cool details if you want this one. And the grenade launcher versus the plasma rifle are a little different. So, and then we're also experimenting with different soft goods. Soft goods have been the name of the game recently. So here we have like this nice fake leather look, so different interior and exterior. Looks like leather. A couple details I even noticed yesterday, behind the neck collar, that leather worn look. Pretty cool details, man. Yeah. And then here we have the Eliminator sniper rifle, the soft goods cloak here. Keep him hidden in the bushes and in the shadows. So,
McFarlane is not fighting fair.
Yeah.
This is awesome.
You get what you pay for when it comes down to this, and like they're a pretty good price point for around roughly $30 for a figure is really, really good. So there's our Warhammer offerings. It is strong. It's going strong. We're not stopping with Warhammer anytime soon, and I'm excited for it because it's my favorite thing on the planet. You'll probably hear me say that a few times. So over here, let's talk about Avatar. And you guys have most likely seen this once or twice, right? So we want to keep that Avatar spirit alive here. We're getting ready to launch with the Avatar 3 film, right? So that's why we're showcasing our older figures. And if you guys don't know, but the bioluminescence feature of our Avatar toys, there's a slight paint application where if you blast a black light at these figures, you get that moonlight effect as seen in the film.
Oh, wow.
And that goes with the
Oh
Banshee.
shit! I just saw this on the skin.
Yeah, look at that.
Oh.
And you see that? Look, even on the Banshee here. Let's take a look at Jake Sully down here. Look at that on his face. So it looks really, really nice in the dark, right? You can imagine that just really shine, and even has that effect on all the glass layers here on the mech, as well as Tonawari, right? And the skim wing has the same effect as well, right? And then we have our smaller World of Pandora scale, again with the bioluminescent paint application here. Has that nice little glow as seen in the film. And these are, of course, are for the kiddos that are fans, and you can see the size difference, so you can capture that. So the big ones are for us boys and the collectors, and then the kiddos get the smaller stuff. And we have little loot boxes here where you bust it open and it comes with a little figurine or animals and whatnot. And just build your world of Pandora as you want. But that is our Avatar collection, and expect to see more in the near future. How about we can... And here we have our Walking Dead collection. Now, people have been really, really wanting more Walking Dead, so we figured let's re-release our figures from roughly 10 years ago. So these are re-releases, and if people are hungry for it, and if they do well, we're going to continue the Walking Dead line. So these are all older figures, and then down here we have a statue of Rick Grimes. We have 2 of them currently, including this one, and this is a new release. And yeah, I really, really like this statue. It's fantastic. If you're a Walking Dead fan, that's right up your alley. And some more re-releases. Poor Glenn. If you guys have watched The Walking Dead. And there's our Walking Dead. We have some Lord of the Rings, War of the Rohirrim figures here, based on the movie that came out last December. So really stoked that we have Lord of the Rings under our belt as well. And it's a build-a-figure wave, so you build that troll once you collect all of the characters. So that's awesome. And then, yeah, there we go. And here's 2 of our music. And here's 2 of our music maniacs, including Freddie Mercury and Slash. Music Maniacs doing pretty well for us, so we're going to continue the line as far as we can. And I love Slash, so that's why he's up here. I love these figures. And Freddie Mercury. You can't go wrong with either of those 2.
These are like almost like the old school, the ones that you had before, right, with Kiss and things like that.
Oh, yeah. So a little bit different. Those were minimal articulation on those figures back in the day. These are full action figures,
okay.
So you can actually play around with these. And those ones back in the day were very much static posed.
Mm-hmm.
I do love those old ones. Those Kiss figures are my favorite of all time. So, but yeah, we got the Music Maniacs rocking out back. So.
And are you planning on doing like other genres, or like you're gonna start with these? Or?
Yep, no. So these are actually older releases.
Oh, okay.
We have so many right now, and we have a hip hop Music Maniacs. This is the Music Maniacs Rock, Favor Flav.
Yeah. Okay.
So I think he was the first hip hop one that we have, and we have a couple other ones. We have a heavy metal brand as well. So this is the rock section.
Nice.
So here's our Mcfarlane Toys digital section. And if you guys aren't too familiar with the Mcfarlane Toys digital, what it is well, when you purchase a figure of ours here, you get the physical figure and you get the digital figure, also known as a phygital. So you get the physical and the digital. And what you do is you get this little card, you scratch that little section out, and you enter it into the Mcfarlane Toys digital app. You redeem your code, and then you could import that digital asset. So you get a Shrek, in this case, you get a Shrek figure in the digital app, a 3D render. And the app is basically a showroom where you can install your own shelving and you could display your action figures in digital form. So it's another avenue of collecting. If you don't have space, you could go the digital route, or, you know, it's just a little bonus if you're into, like, it's very gamey, you know, the controls are also very gamey. So it's very cool if you're into the digital space. But here we have a Shrek offering and Berserker, based off Keanu Reeves' Berserker comic book. This character's name is B. If you guys haven't read the comic, I highly suggest it. Is very violent if you're into that. And this box set is phenomenal. This figure comes with battle damage head swaps, battle damaged arm swaps, about 10 to 12 guns, combat knives. He's got so much packed in there. If you take off his Kevlar vest, he has battle damaged chest. So it's really, really nice. Yes, yeah. So, and the likeness of Keanu Reeves is pretty spot on. And I'm really looking forward to seeing a movie of Berserker if we get one. Really hoping. He loved it. This was at San Diego Comic-Con last year. He held it up on stage and he was really stoked about it. Yeah, you saw that?
Is that the one?
No, this isn't the figure that he held, but this is, yeah. Back then we actually had 2 different variants. We had the battle damaged one and then the standard, and then we decided to combine them into one pack. So you don't need to buy 2 figures. You get all of it in one package. And then down here we have some more Mcfarlane Toys digital. Here is Robin from Earth 2. These are previously released figures for you guys here. Again, you get the digital redemption code that you import into the app, and you can play around with him in the digital space. Here we have the Joker from the Silver Age, and here we have Jim Lee's Superman, one of my favorite statues that we've ever released. It is so beautiful. If you're a Superman fan, this is definitely a mandatory addition to the collection, if you ask me. Here's a showstopper for folks. This is Superman from the Silver Age. This is in my opinion, the pinnacle of Superman. I love that we have here at Mcfarlane Toys. I really love this figure, and it's by far my Superman of choice going forward. Down here, we have, again, another previously released figure. This is a statue of Wonder Woman. She is absolutely beautiful. The makeup on her is phenomenal. She's got all the details that you want, and she's a standout on the shelf. Let me tell you, beautiful, beautiful statue here. Here we have Blood Axe from Spawn the Dark Ages. Now, this one's in box. We do have one out of box, so I can talk about Blood Axe a little bit later. But this is another offering of our Mcfarlane Toys Digital. And here is our DC Direct section here. Now, these are mostly resin statues, and the brand new one that we have for you guys today is this Batman. And these are all, like I said, resin. I love that Batman. He does have a wired cape. He looks fantastic. All the details are insane on that statue. Again, we have John Stewart Green Lantern that has been previously released, and Weasel from the Creature Commando show. We have Zatanna, this beautiful, beautiful sculpture based on the artwork by J. Scott Campbell. Really, really love that one. And that Superman is absolutely a stunner. Oh yeah, that's a great shot right there. There you go. And then here we have Joaquin Phoenix's Joker from Joker Folie à Deux. The details and the likeness is pretty spot on. Yeah. That's a showstopper on a collection for sure.
Oh, that looks great.
And then here on the second shelf, we have our 1/3 scale cowls. Batman will never run out of cowls as far as we know. So we've got more coming down the pipeline. These have been previously released, and what I love about them the most is the price point is spot on, roughly around $25, and they're a really nice accent to any Batman or DC collector's collection. And then down here, we have some previously released Mcfarlane Toys statues, including a Punchline. We've got a beautiful, beautiful Punchline and Catwoman here. I love this Catwoman. I really, really need this on my shelf. I love Catwoman to death. And of course, we have next to her Joker on his tricycle. Okay. If I'm rambling too much, you stop me.
No,
Okay, good. Next up, we have our Super Friends and Superpowers collection. So up here we have our Superpowers. Now these two, we have the Bat Sub and the Manta Ray ship on the other side. These were crowdfunded last year during San Diego Comic-Con, if you guys remember. And here they are, and they look fantastic in person. And we have our last wave of Superpowers here as well, including Superman and a great looking Batman. Even that Superman looks fantastic. That new jaw, that new design that we've put on him looks really, really good. So that is our last wave of Superpowers. And then down here we have Super Friends. So this is what a lot of folks coming in here are excited to see. Now, of course, this is based off of the Super Friends cartoon from years and years ago, before our time here. Amazing, amazing toy line. They'll fit right in with your DC Retro Batman 66 figures. They are the same scale, same articulation. This Batman is using the same body bucket as Batman from 66. So again, they'll fit right in with your previous collection of Batman 66. And of course, we have some platinum editions. So, you know, chases, you gotta go into brick and mortar stores and hunt for these bad boys. I love this Riddler. He looks very, very cool. I love his hair and all of that. And that Hal Jordan just speaks to me. Hal Jordan's my favorite Lantern, so I can't wait to get that and add that to my retro collection. That's awesome. And here we have our DC Multiverse offering. So we have a few new ones for you guys, some reveals. We have Commissioner Gordon right here in the corner. A lot of folks have been wanting a Commissioner Gordon, so here he is, and he looks fantastic. I hope you guys are very excited and impressed with him. I sure am.
Yeah, I saw images yesterday, and I was like, wow, that looks really good.
Oh, good. I'm glad, man. I'm glad. Here is Final Suit Batman from Justice League. I don't know which comic it's from, but I've actually personally never heard of the Final Suit Batman, but it looks cool. And if a toy looks awesome, I'm gonna buy it. And that's one of those guys. So here's some previously released figures of late. These are recently released. And here we have Hawk Girl. This is another showstopper that a lot of folks were not expecting to see here. And everyone's been pretty impressed with her so far. And she has new articulated wings, which is awesome. So we are always trying to change up our game. No longer does she have those Redeemer wings that everyone's used to. So we're trying to increase and change it up from time to time. So there's Hawk Girl. Down here, here's two other new releases, including Green Arrow, Connor Hawk, and Our Man. Those are gold labels. They're fantastic. Let me flip this. For some reason, it's flipped the wrong way. This is going to be part of our Mcfarlane comic recreation. So we're taking a famous comic book, in this case, The Killing Joke, and I'm sure all of you guys have seen The Killing Joke or read it 1,000 times, and we're trying to recreate that comic cover, that iconic comic cover. And here he is here. This will be going on pre-order very soon. Here we have our Justice League wave that came out the end of last year that did really, really well. And they're, of course, standing next to the Batman Begins collection that went out for pre-order over the last 2 weeks, including Christian Bale's Batman. We have Nightmare Bat in the background. And then we have Scarecrow. I can pull him out so you get a nice little shot and all the detail. So this is when the Scarecrow poisons Bruce Wayne. And you only see a little shot of his head in that scene, right? So we had to imagine how his body would look with the rest of the shot. So we have some liberties there to get creative. And then down here, we have our Monsterverse collection. We have a couple 3-packs and 1 2-pack. We'll start over here. We have Batman and King Kong. So we have a 7-inch Batman with a Kong and a 3-inch Batman in King Kong's hand. He's ready to bite his head off or something. But King Kong is articulated. His legs don't articulate, but he does have waist and arm and head articulation. He has a really, really nice head swap too, which is very cool. We have a 3-pack of Superman and Godzilla. I'm very happy that we have Godzilla, part of the DC Multiverse. He does have some good articulation in the head, in the jaw as well. His arm, leg articulation, and his tail has a bendy wire. So you can get him some.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And he weighs quite a little bit too. And for the price point of what these guys are going to be at, it's really good. You basically get a free 7-inch figure for roughly $60.
Oh.
And here we have Titano and The Flash. This is a 2-pack. So it does not come with the 3-inch figure like the Superman or the Batman 3-pack, but there's Flash and Titano. And here we have some previously released offerings here. We have Azrael, of course, Captain Carrot, Batman Frostbite Edition. We have Nightmaster, which a lot of people are excited for. There we go. There's Nightmaster looking really, really good. And I have a cool little thing I want to show you guys. A lot of folks have been excited for this. We have Purple Suit Batman and Orange Suit Batman based off of the Rainbow Batman comic run. So we're going as comic accurate as possibly can. So expect to see a green, yellow, blue, and red variant in the future. So yes, they are. And they will be platinum editions. So you will have to go into your brick and mortar stores to go and hunt them out. Very, very cool. So these will be, I'm assuming, pretty rare and hard to find. But once you get them on, it's going to look really, really cool on your shelf. And then here we have, let me put these suckers back first. Here we have our Silver Age Batman with the Ace Hound over here. And I have to pinpoint that hound because I love Doggo, so he's super cool. There you go. Loving that Batman. I really need it for my collection. All right, here we have our Movie Maniacs offerings. We have a few new ones today, including Poe from Kung Fu Panda, Tony Montana from Scarface, and Kevin Malone from The Office, which a lot of people are really happy that we're starting to get into The Office here. And that's a fantastic Kevin. I love it so much. I'm a big fan of the Tony Montana though, but I've got to say my favorite is Poe, because he is doing a nice high kick surrounded by dumplings on the ground. So, you know, he's ready to kick some butt after eating. And we have some King Kong Movie Maniac over here as well. So that has been out on the market for a little bit now. And then down here we have our Beetlejuice and our Beetlejuice offerings based off the first and second film. And Bob, everyone loves a good old Bob. We do have a nice 4-pack that compilates the second film figures into one. And it's really nice because you get a nice sandworm display base there. Oh, yeah. Yeah, and everyone loves that sandworm. And baby Beetlejuice. It's so cute. If you guys have seen the second one, if you haven't seen the second one, I highly recommend it. And so there's our Beetlejuice offerings. So here's our Marvel 1/6 scale posed figures, statues here. We have Wolverine, Captain America, and Thor. And we have 2 new reveals here. We have Deadpool. Love this Deadpool, so cool. We've previously released Deadpool by Rob Liefeld in a 1/10 scale. Here's our 1/6 scale Deadpool. So cool. You can actually see Hulk's shorts on the bottom. You see Thor's hammer, Iron Man's mask or helmet, and as well as Captain America's shield there. So very cool. Deadpool just beat the heck out of them all. I love it. We have Spider-Man from Secret Wars. A lot of people are a big fan of that statue. Oh yeah, that looks so cool. I love the Spidey sense that's coming off his head. Awesome. And then we have Iron Man. He's another reveal at Toyfair this year. I think a lot of people are going to be excited to get a nice Iron Man statue in their collection. I know I am for sure excited to have that one. And then we can check out over here. We have our 1/10 scale collection. A couple new ones, including Beast from Jim Lee's X-Men #1. So I'm very excited that we have Beast now. That makes it 4 figures from the cover of X-Men #1 that we have, including Beast. We have Wolverine, Cyclops, and Magneto. Here we have a beautiful sculpture or statue of Storm. I really love that. I love the cape and how droopy it is. We do capes really well, must say. So I love that Storm. We have an amazing 1/6 scale Venom. So this is another reveal for you here today. He's a big chunk of plastic, that guy, but he looks so cool. We have a couple 1/6 scale statues here that have been on the market for a little bit. I love this Spider-Man with all his webbing here. And then we have 2 new 1/10 scale, including Black Panther. Love that pose, that classic Wakanda pose here. Very nice. And then we have Carnage below him. I'll move this so you get that full light here. Love that Carnage. I know a lot of folks out there are going to love this Carnage as well. And then down here, we have Venom, previously released Venom, based off Todd McFarlane's artwork. And here we have Spider-Man, based off J. Scott Campbell's Spider-Man. Love that. Here's Cyclops from Jim Lee's X-Men #1. And then another reveal for you folks is the Thing from Fantastic Four. The sheer amount of detail on this is through the roof. I love the Thing's brows and his little beady eyes. Very cool. Lots of detail on there. And of course, Magneto to finish off that end panel of X-Men #1. And previously released offerings, including Miles Morales. And we have 2 Daredevils available for you guys. Let's check out our Spawn. So with that, here we have our Spawn section. Now we have a prototype right here in the works. This is going to be for King Spawn #1. This will be a resin statue coming in the near future. So it's really cool that we have our prototype on display for you guys. Hope you enjoy. If you don't know what a prototype looks like, here's one of ours. Super cool. We have Todd McFarlane and the Spawn 2-pack out front. And we have two beautiful statues on the left and right side here. Spawn based off Spawn #1. And this beautiful Spawn on a nice rooftop. Looks so cool. We revealed that at San Diego last year. Here we have the Deviant, based off Todd McFarlane's Rat City comic run that he's currently working on. So very cool. I've only read the first couple issues, but it seems like it's Spawn in space, which is okay in my books. So there's the Deviant. We have previously released, this is a re-release of Commando Spawn animated style. Here is Blood Axe from Spawn the Dark Ages that I mentioned earlier in the digital section. Here he is out of box. We're going for that hyper detail that folks are familiar with Spawn from the early 2000s. This is based off the comic book run, The Dark Ages, that we released back in the late 1990s and early 2000s as well. We're going back to real chains, as you can see these real chains here, and this nice fabric up here, this nice little fur. Super cool. The detail on the axe is phenomenal. I love all that. The wood grain on the axe just looks really nice. And again, all these are going to be at the same price point that you guys are familiar with McFarlane Toys. So we're really trying to up the ante when it comes down to our production, our details, and paintwork. Here's two other previously released figures based off of, celebrating our 30th anniversary here. We have our Chadwick Boseman pose over there. So very cool. And then down here we have Spawn as seen in Call of Duty. So if you are a fan of Call of Duty, you now know that Spawn is a playable character. He fits right in with the game franchise, so that's pretty awesome. And then we have two animated mech Spawns here, re-releases from previous Spawn figures, the animated line here. And here we have Batman, the animated series product line, including the new Batman Adventures. Here is a reveal for us today. This is the Build-A-Wave for Bruce Wayne, the figure that has never been previously released, so this is brand new. And these are great figures to buy and add to your collection if you don't have them already, including Poison Ivy, Bane, Phantasm, and Hardak. So here's these two. Here's Phantasm and Hardak. Very cool. So you're going to buy a few of these anyway. You might as well buy the last one and get that Bruce Wayne. What's really cool about Bruce Wayne's luggage here, briefcase, is when you open it up, you actually get to see like a sculpted detail of the bat suit. So a little tease for you guys when you open it up. And of course, this is the new Batman Adventure line, our last wave that just came out.
What's the street date on the Target? The Poison Ivy, Bane, Phantasm, Bruce Wayne Build-A-Figure set?
I believe they're at the end of, or beginning of spring, end of spring. It's going to be in probably in a month or so.
Great.
It's coming out very soon, beginning of spring. And then down here we have our Bat Wing. So if you guys haven't seen this yet, it's a big monster. It does have light up features. Unfortunately, I can't show you because the batteries are dead now, but we can pop the cockpit open. Has seating for Batman, also has seating for Robin.
Oh, nice.
Right? And again, all lights up. All these little buttons here all light up. It looks very cool. We've released a little showcase on the McFarlane Toys Instagram and YouTube. So if you want to check it, see how it looks like all lit up, you can go ahead and do that.
Is there a place on the roadmap for the Bat computer?
Yeah, we're not entirely too sure what's happening with the Bat computer or the Bat Cave right now. I hope, personally, I want all of that to come out because I'm really invested in the animated series line, but I'm sure we'll come up with something in no time. And this thing is just massive. All right, that looks so cool.
That's how it's displayed in my room.
That's how I had it displayed. Yeah, I had to install brackets back here. And it has cool landing gear on the back, so you can just retract it like that. All right.
Oh, that little door, that's nice.
Yeah, same with the wing, with these wheels, so you can have it out on display however you want, right? Yeah, and it also has a little grapple hook that comes out of here that you can capture bad guys with. So very cool. Yep, with a little gun pistol. Yeah. Very cool. So that is the Batwing. And if you guys haven't seen the Batmobile, that's also available. So we're going all in on the Batman the Animated Series here.